Decline of Harappan culture or end of Harappan culture. As we found the cities with great citadel of great walls, they protected the people from winds, from floods, from every enemy that threatened them. But at the end of this Harappan civilization, they felt that there was a threat to them, and they closed all the gates except one gate open to enter into the city. And there was no threat from any enemies till that time. But the invaders started coming into the cities of the Mohenjo-daro or Harappan cities. They came from the west, and those invaders used the horses and chariots, and they have entered into the cities, and they have threatened the people, and they have gone from there after some time. During that time, the Harappan people have shifted greatly, moved to other places, and during that moment, when they approached in another area, they formed once again the village culture there, going into the peasant habits, and they have cultivated there, and they used to settle in those areas. And those people that have come with horses are established there with a number of clans in the Harappan city, and those clans they produced a variety of potters, and also they got the vessels made with stone, and which is related to the same, it is related to the Baluchistan area of Harappan culture, and these pots and the stone vessels represent the Kuli culture. So, Kuli people invaded this area. After Kuli people, another invaders have come, they are called barbarians. These barbarians, they spread every nook and corner of the cities in the northern region, and gradually the population of that area is grown, and they have no place for the living conditions, and so the citadel, the houses all were made into partners, and they further divided these the long rooms into small rooms, and it was become a highly populated city. And they also established a number of clans for manufacture of the pottery, and also those clans are not situated at the outer skirts of the city, but they are also established on the streets and also in the inner circles of the city. This was the separate condition. So, they made to migrate these people to other places gradually, and besides this there was great the drought in that area, and this drought has made no water in that area, and cultivation was not progress, and therefore, they have migrated from that area to other places. These people, the Harappan people, when they migrated to other places, first they initially started the cultivation of the lands there, and gradually they have imbibed those cultures of those people. So, the first breakdown of this culture come in the northern region, and in the southern region the breakdown or end of this culture is gradually occurred, because there was no effect of this barbarians and also Kuli people at the northern region in the initial stages, and in the southern region of this villages, of the cities, the gradually the people at Lothal and also Mohenjo-daro, the people were safe for a long time and their culture gradually deteriorated. They have shifted to their culture to the existing people. They gradually lost their art of building the bricks. They have forgotten the construction of the Greek buildings, and they have started they have started their culture in a different manner, and therefore their culture is gradually changed into the area culture and local culture. The weights and measures that were they used to standard weights and measures that were they used to do in the old cities of the Harappan were no more existed. They started the local weights and measures, and similarly they could not able to make such a standard beads, they could not able to make such a standard seals. All these things were gradually disappeared. Therefore, the Harappan culture gradually disappeared from the Indian continent in such a way that the barbarians, the greater the environmental conditions, dry conditions, and also by the invasion of the barbarians that came from different regions, who came from the western regions. Of all these things, we found there was no involvement of the Aryans in the invasion of this Harappan people. They are nothing but the priests of the priests of these tribes who wrote the Rig Veda, and the culture gradually made into the different types of local cultures, and gradually they built their own cities in a different manner. Mortimer has found there was a number of the skeletons, that is, he found that 33 number of skeletons of women, children and men distributed in a haphazard way in certain place, and he also found one skeleton of a woman on the steps of the house, and it indicated that they learnt to defend themselves from the invaders, but they could not do so, and they migrated to other places. And it is also known that the invaders have established their weapons, their artifacts in that, and the invaders they used to bury the people in pots. They used to bury the people in pots, unlike the Harappan people who used to bury the people in a flat and progress in a flat condition of the body. So, these differences show that the invaders made them to flee the Harappan people to different areas, and therefore, gradually the Harappan culture has been deteriorated, has been came to an end by the 2000 BC century. The barbarians came into the Harappan cities from the cold areas. This is established since they have made number of the fireplaces in the urban cities of the Harappan culture, and we found that the Kuli culture is especially in the sites of Baluchistan, sites of Ranagundai and also Sahi Tampa areas. The sites of Lothal and also Mohenjo-daro not affected by these barbarians and also by the Kuli people for a long time, because their culture of their urban culture of the Harappan nature continued for a long time, even though the northern regions of the Baluchistan cities were abruptly ended the Harappan culture by these invaders. They have the people, the Harappan people at the places of Lothal and also Mohenjo-daro, gradually they imbibed their culture and they also acquired the culture of the local people, and finally by the end of 2000 BC the Harappan culture came to an end with cities of new culture named the merging culture of the local people and Harappan culture. But even after that merging, they have not done their previous cultural things, such as maintenance of their beautiful bricks, construction of the big cities and the planned cities, and also the fun construction and making of their own tools, the pottery, and finally they have forgotten to do the beautiful seals also. In this manner, gradually by the nature, by the drying nature of the environmental conditions, the total rivers were dried, and this is also one of the causes for the migration of the Harappan people to the different areas. And finally, we can say that these three effects, that are the invaders effect, the Kuli people effect, and overgrowth of the population, and the dried nature of the environmental conditions, made the Harappan people to migrate to the different places, and they could not able to defend from these invaders, because they are not the warriors, and they have no horses to migrate to the other places, escaping from them. They don't know the horses except the invaders who brought themselves into these areas with horses and chariot.